Hello YouTube, how's it going? It is summer, so of course I'm very busy with weddings, but today I wanted to take a look at one of the engagement sessions that I've done recently, and I wanted to walk you through how to shoot for the edit. So I have 3 different photos here that were shot in 3 different ways, edited 3 different ways to, in this case, give the same look, but I actually have different looks, so how you can get 3 different looks. So we're going to go through these photos. Some of them the client did order nice and large. And we're going to take a look at what I did to get here and how you can get there and how to think about the edit while you're shooting the photos. Okay, let's get started. So here is the first photo. This photo is as it came in camera. So for this particular look, I wanted to get more of a high key photo. I wasn't worried about getting any of the cloud detail. I knew I wasn't going to get that cloud detail. And in fact, you can see that is how much is clipping in this photo. I overexposed this photo on purpose because I didn't care about the clouds. I didn't care about the sky. What I wanted to see was them. Of course, I wanted to be able to pull back a little bit if I needed to, so I didn't, completely overexpose it like this. I still wanted there to be some detail, but I was going for more of a high key look. So here is the edited version of that, along with a little bit of split toning to give it that kind of nice vintage high key film look. So you can go with this just on its own. I think this is a very nice, lovely photo, but one of the things that the client did request was an edited backdrop of the clouds into this photo. So here is the finished version of that, along with all their retouching. So for this particular photo, the background plate was shot using, I just threw my camera onto automatic mode and I aimed the camera up just a little bit, so it was just looking at clouds, and shot the photo just a couple seconds after I took this one. So then, because I have such a clean white background, it was super easy to edit out and get a very nice clean insert, and we got rid of that pipe that they didn't like. But you can either get a high key look, or you can have a very clean cutout for Photoshop compositing using something else, either a cloud from your stock library or something that you shoot there on site. So shooting high key, overexposing the original photo, and then either leaving it with that high key look or editing in the background. That is trick number 1. Trick number 2 is, of course, just getting it right just in camera. So this photo was as it came out of my camera. You can see the develop settings haven't even been touched yet. So this particular photo, you underexpose the background. That's so you get all the nice rich cloud texture detail. And then I put a flash. In this particular case, it was a speed light shot through a Westcott Rapid Box. I do love those things. Hashtag not sponsored. But no, it's really light, really easy to carry around. And then you can just put it on either a light stand or a painter's pole, and you can get this shot. We were covering a very busy sidewalk, so I saw a bunch of people going by, and after my initial shot with the flash, I decided if there are any more shots, I'm just going to put the flash away, and we can deal with it later. So that actually takes us to shot number 3. Okay, so the third look, this is the third look. It's very, very similar, but instead of having that over-the-top kind of flash style, you can tell that this is a flash photo, that this was lit. I want it to have that more naturalistic feel and candid feel to it. So this is the edited version, but here is the original in camera. So the trick to this one is experience. What I mean by experience is you need to know your equipment so well that you understand, by either looking at the histogram or the back of the camera, what areas of your photo here are going to lose detail and which ones are going to gain detail. So I knew that I could bring back all of the detail here, and I knew that I would lose all of that, just from my experience of owning this camera and shooting with it for many years, I knew exactly what my camera could and could not handle. So the third way, if you're not going to overexpose and go for that high key look, or underexpose and use a off-camera flash, is knowing where is that middle ground where you can get the most of best worlds. So this particular photo here is the edited version. You can take a look, bringing down those highlights, because otherwise, as we push the exposure, we're going to lose more and more detail up here. So bringing those highlights back down, so when everything gets pushed back up, you're not losing those, but then pushing up the rest of the photo so you see all of those details. And then of course you can add a little bit of split toning or whatever on top of this. This is just getting the detail where you want it. So you could make it more dramatic, you could make it less dramatic, but I wanted to go for more of a natural feel. The other thing that you could do with this, of course, is if you don't bring those highlights back down and just push it back up, underexposing, you're going to get all of the detail areas that you want, and by pushing that back up, now this has the split toning and a vintage film filter applied to it, and you can see how you can get that look. So from this one original raw photo, I knew that I could either bring all of the highlight detail down while bringing everything up, or I could bring everything up, so I can get these two very different looking photos in the edit from the same raw capture. So we have one raw capture that was overexposed and cleaned up to be a nice overexposed photo, which of course can be left that way or brought back in with Photoshop. We have one that was underexposed, of course using the flash to light them up, because otherwise they would be super dark like this. This one is actually a hair brighter than the first one here. But finding that sweet middle ground that you're looking for, knowing what your camera can do, and then you can either pull those shadows and highlights back in. So those are 3 different looks and how to shoot for the edit. Let me know what you thought about this video. Again, it's just a really quick one today. If you've been doing this for a long time, you may already know these, but I think the important thing is knowing what can you get in Photoshop or in Lightroom while you're out shooting, because you don't want to shoot and figure out how do I fix this later. You want to shoot and then immediately know as soon as you click that shutter, this is how I'm going to take this photo from good to great. So I hope this video was helpful. Give it a like, thumbs up. Let me know what kind of tip videos you want to see in the future. And now that I'm just about done wrapping up the busy summer that was weddings, I'll be making a lot more content for you. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.